the first thing we dealt with is najasat that's on the ground. Tayyib, but that does not include najasat that may get on your clothes or on yourself or on something that is not easy for it to wash away. How to categorize najasat other than what is on the earth? There are three types of najasat. Mughallada, this is the major form of najasa. Mutawassita, this is the medium form of najasa. Mukhaffafa, this is the light form of najasa. So there is an easy method to memorizing. 2 major impurities, 2 minor. And everything else that's najis will fall in the middle. So what is mughallada? It is the filth from the dog and pig. What is the dalil? For the pig, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called it rijsun in the Quran. And He called it filthy in the Quran. And for the dog, we know there are a hadith. For example, what is reported in Al-Bukhari, hadith number 172, where Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he told us, if a dog licks or drinks in the bowl of one of you, then wash it 7 times. The hadith in Sahih Muslim, it mentions the first of them biturab, with earth. This hadith is mentioned in many books of ahadith, including Bukhari and Muslim. Muttafaqun alayhi, yani there is no doubt to its authenticity. What part of the dog is najis? According to the Ahnaf, the Hanafi madhab, and the Hanabila, the madhab of Imam Ahmad, the wetness from a dog is najis, but not the dry parts of it. This is the correct opinion. So if a dry dog, a dog that does not have wetness, rubs against you or you pet it, you do not have to wash your hand or your clothes 7 times, one of them with earth. But if the wetness from a dog, whether a dog licks you or the wetness of the nose touches you, or if a dog is wet and rubs up against you or you touch it, then that has to be washed 7 times, one of them the turab. Why the body? Because the dog, it licks itself. And if it gets wet, then that saliva can transfer over to you. One of the cleansing has to be biturab, with the earth. What if you use soap in its place? It is acceptable. Because detergents and soap were not there in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So if something does cleanse like that with turab, and it was not there in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then qiyasan you can use it. Yani if you can use earth to cleanse it, this is better. But if you do not, then qiyasan, you cannot say that other cleansing agents cannot be used because they were not there in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So qiyas can be used here and they can be used. What about a dog licking your clothes? Even if a dog licks your clothes or yourself, it has to be washed 7 times. The first of them with earth or soap, detergent, or whatever else will take its place. For the pig, as we mentioned, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has called it rijs. فَإِنَّهُ رِجْسٌ, filthy in the Quran. So what is the major najasa? 2 things. The wetness or the saliva of the dog and pig. And that has to be washed 7 times, first of them with earth or a soap or detergent that would take place of the earth.